Dice, las suspensiones oficiales dice, son una auténtica maravilla, siempre y cuando tú mismo te las te las ajustes para ti. Dice, si no, es horrible. ¿Vale? O sea, incluso aunque tengas unas suspensiones de la puta maravilla, como no estén bien puestas a ti, ya pueden ser unas suspensiones oficiales, que es lo que está diciendo, claro, son oficiales, pero están para vender, las vamos a vender, pero si el que la tenga no la va a ajustar, van a ser horribles. Tengo que verlo. Es que mira, digo, voy a ver qué hay, si hay algo chulo por YouTube antes de irnos, que yo ya hoy estoy reventado y tal, y pone Wallapop, vendemos la RM250 AF unicornio de 2 tiempos. No sé qué RM será, pero este tío es una puta locura lo que hace. Vale, son 11 minutitos. Yo creo que podemos verlo y dar por finiquitado el streaming de hoy, que no es justito, pues chavales, pero hoy me lo voy a perdonar. Motocross Center. Bueno, hoy estoy cansado, te lo voy a permitir a promo. Espera, Doc. Subtítulos. A ver.
In that, we can take the subframe off it and strip it down to be half a bike.
Vaya a decir este de Ricky Carmichael, pero claro, eso es la intro. Bueno, no sé si será Suzuki que va a vender, que vende, ¿no? O que ha vendido.
Welcome to Wallapop TV. This is the first one of 2025. We had a bit of a break at Christmas. We were all just burnt out. So here we are. We're back at it now. Just going to show you what we've done to our SUZUKI RM250 AF. There's a couple of bits and pieces I haven't showed you yet, so I'll go through those. And we've been quite busy, but we're going to get even busier. Speak to you in a bit.
Qué pintaza, ¿no? Qué pintaza, ¿no? Loco, cómo va pintando eso. Entonces vamos a ver cómo la terminan de montar, ¿no? Vamos a ver cómo la terminan de montar, entiendo. Va.
So first up in the workshop, we've been having a strange old time. We've been clearing a lot of stuff out. We've been really busy with Race Team Titanium. There's some really good news. We've got some really high profile teams on board. More than normal,
vale,
which is great.
Estamos liados con el equipo. Claro, esta gente patrocina a mucha gente con... Coño, a mí me llegó... ¿No visteis una historia que subí a Instagram y lo puse en TikTok y toda la historia? Con tornillos de titanio, que le dije, de broma dije, bueno, si me toca lotería, o si tengo dinero, me toca la lotería algo, no diré nada, pero habrá señales. Veo un chorro de tornillos de titanio que no eran míos, que se lo habían cargado de Carlos. Pero es por eso que este tío con eso de lo del titanio, la empresa esa, patrocina un montón de equipos potentes. Y lo que está diciendo acá está muy liado con eso.
We've got that. We've just signed HRC Honda, which is
sobre todo con Triumph.
Massive for us. So that's really cool. So we're going to be on those guys for the first year this year. So the tie side's been crazy busy. I've been in the workshop a little bit. First off is the RM250 AF we had at Foxhill and Farley. A couple of things with this. It was in too good a spec to sell, if that's what you want to call it. It was really expensive because it had the factory forks with the radial mount disc and the factory wheels, brakes, all that stuff. And it made the bike crazy expensive. You just don't want to be that dear. So what I've done is I've rebuilt the stock wheels with factory rims, new tyres. Rebuilt the bike, so basically it looks much the same, but now it's sellable and it's rideable. Because the problem with factory parts, suspension especially, it's great if you get it set up for yourself and you know how to set that up. If you don't, or it's not set up for you, it's awful. And it would be just a...
Acaba de decir, ¿vale? Dice, las suspensiones oficiales dice, son una auténtica maravilla, siempre y cuando tú mismo te las te las ajustes para ti. Dice, si no, es horrible. ¿Vale? O sea, incluso aunque tengas unas suspensiones de la puta maravilla, como no estén bien puestas a ti, ya pueden ser unas suspensiones oficiales, que es lo que está diciendo, claro, son oficiales, pero están para vender, las vamos a vender, pero si el que la tenga no la va a ajustar, van a ser horribles.
God knows if it's going to be right. So now we've got the stock stuff.
Dice, solo Dios sabe si va a estar bien.
Ready to go. So we can go and do a test with it, whether we'll do something with.
Vale, le han puesto el material original para ir a probarla.
Vale. Somebody to ride it, go and see what they think. Maybe we can find a stock RM250. Let me know if you want to see that. We'll back to back it. But I'll show you what we've changed, and I'll show you what the factory bits were.
Vale, que van a probar de.
So it's not just suspension we changed on this thing. The factory brakes, the front brake you've seen with the radial marrow. This is the rear factory brake, magnesium carrier, gold
freno
nitrate
trasero
piston
también
drilled for
de
coolingness.
oficial.
Really just a chubby little rear brake hose. Not sure if there's anything different about the mass cylinder apart from all the factory tie. Swing arm spindle with a rear brake height adjustment bolt in the end, which is cool. So that's what that groove is there on the factory pedal. Really tough titanium tip on that. That's pretty neat. Tie, foot pegs and hangers. Apparently these are 5mm lower, 5mm back. If you can tell what 5mm does.
Más baja y hacia atrás.
Ignition cover. Factory rear axle with the spacers. Now what is really weird about these, I don't know if you can see there's a little indent there on the axle blocks. You need the factory chain adjuster bolts that sit in them. I don't know what it does, it just makes it more of a pain in the ass to change the wheel, if I'm honest. But there you go. Factory shift lever. Factory clutch perch.
Como un engrasado dice, realmente no sé lo que hace. Lo único que hace es dar por culo a la hora de cambiar la rueda.
So that's them bits. Then you got the factory wheel.
No todo es bueno, ¿no? Dice, no sé qué hace, tío. Lo que pasa es que da más por culo. Vale.
Factory wheels, mag hub. The RM
magnesio será, ¿no? Las ruedas de oficiales.
Production front hub
de magnesio.
Early doors. I've actually got some mag fronts which never made the race team. So with the factory yellow gold rim, for years and years and years you couldn't get these. Now I think a couple of people can get them, special order, but the factory were really weird about who had these for a long time. Era correct tag sprocket, 240 disc, and even a factory Dunlop tyre. Quite what's factory about it? I don't know, but the denomination is that yellow and red stripe, tells you it's a factory one. And then the front.
Los aros dice también que son, pero claro, dice, realmente no sé qué es lo que tienen de fábrica, pero bueno, son de fábrica. Los aros,
Again, matching.
Los bujes entendemos que sí, pero claro,
matching hub, which is only on the RMZ. 270 floating disc, factory gold rim, factory tyre, MX32F the front, and I don't know, can't see. Got my glasses on. Yeah, 32 rear, factory 32. So there you go. So these are factory wheels. We'll use them for someone else. They'll go on a different project. I don't know what yet, but the ones we put in the bike look much the same. They're just not quite so expensive as these.
En Iberdrola tenemos la mejor oferta para ti.
Vale.
Sube tu última factura a nuestra web y empieza.
Ok. No, gracias. Venga. La verdad que está espectacular, ¿eh? ¿Por cuánto la venderán? 20.000 pavos. No se veían a full de titanio, magnesio. ¿Cuánto decís que se vende? 20.000. No, más. Si son piezas, si lo venden con las piezas oficiales. Fíjate, loco. ¿Habéis visto bien la pinza de freno? Que son piezas que no la puedes conseguir.
I don't know what you want me to do. So the biggest thing on the factory bike is the factory forks, factory shock. We can't change the shock. The shock we rebuilt, the standard one. Forks, however, with these.
Lo más importante son las suspensiones de fábrica. Vale, que fíjate, loco. Dice, el amortiguador no lo pudimos conseguir, está reconstruido entero, pero
cool,
no es el estándar.
Brake, billet, 4-pot piston, things are off the scale trick. So didn't want to sell those. So I resurfaced up the standard forks, rebuilt the standard wheels, with standard hubs, new spokes, factory rims, new Dunlop tyres. It looks much the same. It means you can ride it now and you can use it. The problem with all this factory stuff is that the factory forks, as good as they are, they take a lot of setting up.
Vale, las va a vender con las originales. Dice, realmente no se las quiere quedar, pero dice, requieren mucha configuración, así que igualmente si no la reconfiguran y la reconfiguran hasta que den la tecla, no.
Billet clamps, really cool.
Joder.
You know what's ever so cool on this? I don't know if Danny can spin the camera. That these ventral bars are a factory issue, and the center bar piece is hollowed out, which I've only ever seen. They come from the Troy Lee Honda guys back in the day, but they're the only ones I've ever seen. So tie bolts in them and a hollowed out cross brace. Don't know how much difference that makes to flex, but obviously something, otherwise I wouldn't bother. So these are just going to go on the shelf, and they live to fight another day. We'll use them on someone else.
Vale, que se las queda, que no, eso no sale.
Let us know. We're taking it to Telford Show. First,
que quiero
it's
decir,
available for sale now, so if you do want it, let us know. We're taking.
No, pero no. O sea, nos está diciendo que está para la venta, pero no que la ha vendido ya, ¿no?
So this is the bike. It's available for sale now, so if you do want it, let us know. We're taking it to Telford Show first weekend in February.
La verdad que está brutal.
Weekend. So we're going to be there with it on display at Telford Show. This is it, ready to go. Can be sold now. We'll do one test with it, back to back it against a standard RM maybe, or an RMZ. I don't know. But this is the specs. It's got the JSV cone pipe, silencer, Hinson clutch, all that stuff. Every nut and bolt tie, factory yellow gold rims. She is much of a muchness, but what's it worth? I don't know.
¿Cuánto vale? Dice, no sé. Probablemente 12.000.
A lot of work. And
12. Bueno, ten en cuenta que son libras, ¿no? Que sería como a lo mejor como 15.000 euros, una cosa así, ¿no?
There weren't many others about, I can tell you that much. So let's get the test done.
Claro, si fuera sido con las suspensiones de fábrica y todo, en los 20 está.
And then if you want it, let me know. Engineers over here. Where's my coffee anyway?
I don't know. I thought you would be coming.
No. So in the next episode, .web TV, we've got not our normal thing. We've got a factory Honda HRC TLM 260 trials bike. I'm particularly proud of this. I do like a trials bike. I've always had one.
Una moto oficial de trial Honda.
This thing came as literally a crate of bits, and we've managed to put it together, and it looks cool.
Wow.
So that's it for this episode. That's the Suzuki back to stock, so it can be sold. The TLM, as whatever it's called.
Vale, que la van a llevar a no sé dónde, una carrera, una exposición, y que la tienen, tienen a la venta, que la van a vender sobre 12.000 pavos. Vale, ok. Gente, me voy porque estoy reventado, es un stream muy corto, pero no me iba ni a conectar, ya lo digo. Pero bueno, nos vamos. Muchas gracias por haber estado ahí, ¿vale? Nos vemos en principio el lunes y ya os diré porque tenemos podcast bastante interesante esta semana, ¿vale? Venga, buenas noches a todos. Si no nos conectamos, buen fin de.